And welcome back to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pollock, your host once again for this segment. And we have the good fortune of having with us Wes Clauser from Comfort Hospice Care, one of our new advertisers. They're here in town. And Wes, first tell me, I'm not there yet, tell me what hospice is and what it can do for me, and give us a brief description of what your services are.
Okay. Hospice care starts with anyone that's facing a life-limiting illness or a terminal diagnosis that wants to have comfort care and not aggressive treatment.
Comfort care would be what?
Comfort care would be, we call it palliative care. It's treating of the symptoms of like pain, nausea, anxiety. Anything that cause discomfort would be treating those symptoms to alleviate those.
Okay, I would be at home.
You can be at home. You can be in a facility or a group home.
Okay.
Pretty much we can go anywhere you are as a patient, anywhere, take care of you.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about the services then.
Okay. What entails for an admission is, first off, anyone can refer anyone to hospice.
Okay.
So most people think you have to have a doctor's order for the assessment, but you don't.
Uh-huh.
Someone calls in, says, hey, I think I might need hospice. Myself and one of our admissions nurses come out, and we sit down and talk with you about what we can offer. And the nurse it's kind of like a doctor visit at home when the nurse does the assessment and asks some medical questions. And if you meet the standards that's set forth by Medicare, then we can start service. But
So you just have to meet the standards of Medicare?
yes, there's certain criteria that you'd have to meet, and it changes depending on your diagnosis.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I remember the doctor coming to my house, but I was a teenager at the time. Those days are long gone. There is one that I know of, but I better not mention his name on TV. He comes out to houses, but I don't know if it's really what he's supposed to do. Anyway, so what else is involved with the hospital? It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
You can reach us we're available 24/7.
Right.
We have registered nurses. When we only use registered nurses, come out and visit once a week or more as needed.
Okay, so this is their job then?
This is their job, yes.
Okay.
They come out, and it's like a doctor's visit weekly. They check blood pressure, make sure pain management's under control, and make sure that you're comfortable, make sure the patient's taken care of. We also have certified nursing assistants, CNAs. They come in 5 days a week, even 7 days when needed, for personal care. So if the loved one needs help with bathing, hygiene, help with dressing, companionship, our CNAs are there for that.
Oh, I need some companionship. Well, that won't work for me.
I'm here for you.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for being there for me. But this is Comfort Hospice Care, and it's right up the road from where the station is. It's on, well, no, I'm sorry, we're not where the station is, but where I work on one of my other jobs. But it's over by the across street from Saddle West.
Yep,
Your office is over
1201 Highway 160.
there? Right. So tell us a little bit more about what you do and what we can expect from the Comfort Hospice. What are the doctors that are involved, or doctor?
One of the doctors that we work with is Dr. Reiner. He's our medical director.
Okay.
He has a special certification that he's taken courses in for hospice. So he's certified for hospice care.
Okay.
As you can work with any doctor, but that gives you extra schooling and extra education.
So he's more apt to understand what.
Yes,
Okay.
very much so. And then also, one thing a lot of people don't realize, Medicare, Medicaid, and 99.9% of all other insurances will cover the cost of hospice 100%. There's a very few insurances out there that do not cover all the cost of hospice, or there's a deductible to be met, but that's a rare form. And what that covers is medications pertaining to your diagnosis, and any medications that are related to comfort measures to keep you comfortable, so like pain medications. Also, your DME equipment, your durable medical equipment, which is a hospital bed, bedside commode, oxygen equipment,
Okay.
and other things like that that you might need in the house, wheelchair, walker. The hospice Medicare benefit and your insurance will cover the cost of that, so we can get that to you.
So interesting. This is all new to me. This is, it's information that I've never had before too. So I guess this is a good precursor, what I have to look forward to possibly, hopefully, unless I drop dead. But hopefully that won't happen either. But and where are you from?
I grew up out here in Pahrump.
No way.
Yep.
Okay, that's so cool. So this is, and you want to give back to the community basically too.
Definitely.
So you're one of the people that, oh, you left and you came back.
I left for 3 years, came back.
That's only 3 years you left?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all then.
I
Yeah.
had family out here I had to come back and take care of. And
Okay, great. So it's referred to who's eligible. Again, you mentioned that cases are provided in home-like settings for family or facility or other hospice caregivers with support from the hospice teams. So you're available for people with ALS, Alzheimer's, AIDS, cancer, diabetes, failure to thrive. I don't know what that is.
failure to thrive is when someone's health is literally your failure to thrive. Your body can no longer sustain and you're just declining rapidly.
Well, that happens to all of us.
Right,
Yeah,
at one point.
yeah, as you heart disease, lung disease, Parkinson's, and other life-threatening illnesses. Oh, there's so much that's involved. And these, so you're open, your office hours over there, do you have regular office hours?
Our office hours, our office out here in Pahrump, sometimes there's staff in there, sometimes they're not.
Depending on what your
Yeah,
workload is, I imagine.
Yeah, but it's a full-time office as well. You can always call our office in Vegas, which is our main hub.
Okay.
And another thing a lot of people don't realize, we offer after hours for our patients and their families a 24-hour call line. All phones after 5 o'clock get routed to the on-call nurse, a registered nurse that's on call
Okay.
for nights and weekends. So if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, something happens, God forbid, a patient falls or the condition changes, they call, talk to the nurse, and the nurse triages from there and says, okay, this is what we're going to do for the next steps.
Interesting.
We don't have an answering service for us. That's our
very
staff,
good.
immediate access.
Oh, that's interesting. So I don't know if we're putting that on the TV or not, but it's comforthospicecare.com. Just write that out. You can Google it or use www before that and comforthospicecare.com. Once again, 1201 South Highway 160, Suite 102, and that's 7510349. And it says enhancing dignity and peace. So I appreciate you having that and telling us a little bit about that. Anything more that I should know?
We have a nonprofit organization, the Sunflower Foundation, and basically that was set up to assist someone that needed some extra help. A patient was on service. She used to have a vibrant front yard, and over the years she wasn't able to take care of it, and a bunch of the volunteers and hospice workers came together and helped replant plants in the yard and make it beautiful again, so she's able to look out and see that thriving front yard again.
Okay.
So that the idea to help someone was born out of that. And with the Sunflower Foundation, when funds are permitting, we're able to give care to those that may not have health insurance. And
That's
we're always
sweet.
taking donations for that as well. And you can just call us for more information on that.
That's the same number too. That's
Yep.
7510349. And once again, that's comforthospicecare.com. And you're in Vegas, and you're out here also. And so how many nurses do you have available out here? Do you have...
I believe we have 5 nurses out here.
Wow, okay. Is this their only job, or do they do other things too?
Most of them this is just their job. They work full-time. We have some nurses that come out from Vegas to work full-time out here. So unlike back how it used to be,
Yeah, the other way
growing
around.
up, it was always, I work full-time in Vegas and live in Pahrump.
Interesting.
Well, we needed some nurses, and so some of the staff from Vegas, they took on a full patient load out here.
Wow.
We have some that work part-time, that have other jobs other places, but the schedule's very flexible and stuff, so
Oh,
they're
okay.
able to do both.
And Dr. Reiner is your...
Medical director out here in Pahrump.
Yeah, you have other doctors that you refer to?
Yeah,
or
we
no?
work with a couple other doctors in Vegas and numerous other physicians.
Okay. So that's what hospice is about, basically.
Kind of in a nutshell.
Yeah. And so you'll be seeing them advertising on our TV stations here, 41 and 46. And if you want to recap what we've had here also, so we can explain that to the people. The goals are to assist patients to live comfortably by relieving pain and distressing symptoms, to support the patient, family, and their loved ones physically, socially, and spiritually during their journey. Their loved ones also?
Support the family. Care doesn't just, it's not just with the patient, but you got to support the entire family as well.
Okay.
And each case is unique. So we're not going to be a cookie cutter hospice in that aspect. We're going to say, this is your diagnosis, so we're going to do this. We're going to say, what's worked for you in the past, what hasn't, and what are your needs.
So
And
you'll call my sister and tell her what's wrong with me then?
yeah, if you want me to.
Okay. I'll give you your phone number afterwards, just in case, to empower the patient to preserve a sense of hope by helping them to maintain autonomy, self-worth, control, and dignity. Yeah, because that's rough for me because I'm a war veteran from Vietnam.
Thank you.
Yeah. To aid the patient, caregiver, and loved ones in being at peace with end-of-life decisions. Oh, that's some heavy-duty stuff over there. But so, Comfort Hospice Care has come to town, and once again, there are 10 important facts that about care that you don't know, and it's the hospice is not a place, but it's a kind of high-quality care. What else? And we talked about Medicare.
Medicare covers the cost of it.
Hospice serves anyone facing a life-limiting illness, regardless of age or illness.
Yep.
And then research has shown
a lot of Americans, over 85%, want to be, at this point, be at home.
Yeah, we don't want to die in a hospital.
No, but only 17% or less get to.
Oh, that's interesting.
So we do education seminars with doctors and hospitals and clinics and with the general public so you can arm them with more information about, so you know what your choices are. Sometimes people just want to be at home. Sometimes they can't due to their circumstances.
Right.
So,
and you help that.
Yep.
Facilitate
every
that.
step of the way.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Less than 1% of the Medicare beneficiaries live in an area where hospice is not available.
Hospice reaches out to most people in most places.
Yeah.
Right now we go to Beatty and Amargos and Indian Springs as well. So we can go as far out to Beatty right now.
Oh, cool.
To care for people.
A person may keep his or her referring physician.
Yep. You can keep your primary care doctor. Just because you come in a hospice, we're not going to tell you to step
There's
away
not gonna
from
be
your
conflict.
No, we work with your doctor if you want to keep your own doctor.
Okay, I'm glad we brought that up. All backgrounds and service people on backgrounds and traditions, allowing the patient to be with a family, including spiritual and emotional support, treating pain. Offers grief and bereavement services to family members. Once again, we're talking about the family members. So, wow. So I learned a whole bunch just now. So this is a good primer for myself and for some of the folks out there to see what you have to look forward to aid us in the future if we come upon hard times. We don't necessarily have family out here to support us, and we don't have the funds to go to a highfalutin care center.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is the option is the hospice. So this is Comfort Hospice, and this is Wes Klauser, and then he can be found at, where was that number at? 751-0349. Once again, they're at 1201 South Highway 160, Suite 102. We thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Wes.
Thank
you guys in the control room. And thank you for learning as much about this as I did today. Thank you.